Hello and welcome to the 50th episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter and a crafter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So this week I have 3 projects I can show you right now. All of them are works in progress. I did not cast out anything new, but I did make progress on some stuff. So I guess the first thing I'll show you, well, it's the easiest because it's right here, is my vanilla socks. Last week I showed you one finished sock, which is here, and this week I have progress on the second sock. I showed you from last week that I had the cuff already done, so I just made more progress on the sock itself. It's actually at a good place right now, because tomorrow's the Knitters Guild. Oh, okay. First of all, it's Tuesday right now. I'm recording a little bit early, but tomorrow is the Knitters Guild meeting for May, so I have something to work on while I'm there now. So that works out well. So that's the project. Only progress I've made. The yarn I'm using is the teal color is one that I dyed myself. The multicolored one is one I got from Colorworks, somewhere in Burlington, Ontario that I can't find anywhere else. But I got it from someone. So that takes care of that one. What else do I have to show you this week? I'll start with my next one. Is going to be my Doodle shawl. Take that out. I didn't realize until I pulled this out on Sunday. I dropped stitches, but I managed to fix them up that you can hardly tell where I did. I think it was, can you tell? Yeah, it was just about there or so. You can see that it doesn't quite look as neat. That's where I dropped stitches. I was able to pick them up as best as I could. It's not as noticeable, so I'm happy about that. So, I'm going to extend this out as far as I can. I'm still on wedge 4. I had reached a point where I was debating whether or not I should continue wedge 4 because there are directions that says that you don't really have to at that point. But since I already was like halfway through the row, I'm there like, let's just do it and see how far I go. So this is it so far. It's gotten quite big. I can't fully hold it out again. Hold on. If I try, don't put that like that. Like that. So, no, that doesn't really help much. When it's done, I will really be able to hold it out for you, because I don't even think even if I hold it back far enough, it's still not going to, I still can't show it exactly. So these are all yarns that I dyed myself. The multicolored gray is, I called it Electric Mayhem. The pinky color, like the light pale, is Antique Rose, right there. And then afterwards, this one is an unnamed throw in the pot type of color. Yeah, so it's coming along well. You can't really tell, but I've only done about 3 rows or something like that. It was about 3 rows, because it takes a lot to get across. Like, I think my last check was 566 stitches. No, sorry, 580 stitches. That's how many stitches are on my needle right now. So getting like a few rows done is quite impressive. I don't know how far I'm going to make it, but I think I'm going to use, Monday coming is a holiday. I was kind of surprised about myself. I keep thinking that seems too soon. But I'll probably use that Monday like as if it's Sunday and maybe continue working on this and see how much I get done. So that's my Doodler shawl. And my last project that I worked on this week is as it struggles to get free, is my Find Your Fade shawl. Hold on, follow. Do not lose stitches while doing this. There we go. Sorry. Something's not right. Oh, okay, figured out what it is. So, is this the right way? These are all over the place. This is why you should put your knitting projects away when you're not working on them. Less problems. Okay. So, I'm on what I have decided to be my final color for my Find Your Fade. Still can't hold it out to full extension. But hopefully soon that will be no longer a thing. So, this is where it is right now. I'm limiting it at 6 colors. My final color is my Wilmy's twin in either Sabrina or Elsa. I can't remember what the colorway is, because they look almost exactly the same. I can never tell them apart after I put them into balls. So that's my final color for this one out of 6. So, yep, that is, there it is in all of its wonderful glory. So I have a bit further to go, and well, it should be finished soon. I think I could actually get this done within the next few weeks if I really sit down to do it. So I'm really happy with it, and I think it was actually pretty fun to work on it. I ended up, like, when I was watching TV and that kind of stuff, this was the project that I picked up. Catching up on podcasts, this is what I picked up. Watching YouTube videos, this is what I picked up. So it worked out very well for something to do. So yeah, I like it. That's pretty much it for knitting, which seems kind of really, really short. I didn't have much time. Work is getting busier. It's taking up more of my time. It's also the reason why I'm recording today on Tuesday instead of Wednesday like I usually do, because I'm working tomorrow during the day, and then I have the guild meeting afterwards that takes up my entire day. So hence the reason why I'm doing this today. Let's see. I didn't really get anything new in the mail this week, except one bottle of ink for my pen. It actually came a day early. It was supposed to come today, but it came yesterday. And it's a beautiful emerald green. I am not going to bother going across the room to go pick it up, but I've already put it into a pen and I'm getting ready to use it. My grandfather saw that I got it and has put in a request for red ink, so I have to go find red bottled ink for him to put into his pens. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to keep it very, very short, or maybe I'll just do this as a two-parter, because I'm not certain when next week I'm going to be able to record due to the fact that I'm working next week, and I'm also have a dental visit next week, which is probably going to put me out for a good chunk of the week. So that's going to be it for now. So this is this is Tuesday, May 15th currently. So maybe next time, I guess, maybe I'll just do it next week and then put the two of them together, and that will be your video. So bye for now. Hello, and welcome to the 50th episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto, and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. This is actually a part 2 to the video you probably just saw, if I'm doing this the way that I planned. I recorded that one about 11 days ago, according to the date. Sorry, I didn't publish it. I recorded it, but then I did not upload it. I don't remember what happened or the reason why, but it just didn't end up happening. So I have made progress beyond what you saw, so I guess I will show it off. It's only like 3 projects that I worked on. So let's get to it. We'll start with my Find Your Fade shawl. I'm making good progress on it. I don't remember, honestly, I did not rewatch the last video, so I may get myself a little bit confused as to how far I've made, as to the stuff that I said. Oh, I'm still in the middle of a row. You would have thought I would have fixed this by now, but no. So it's probably at the same point that it was at last time, or maybe a couple rows past. So, hold on, just the inside out. We'll do this as best as I can. Alright. So I have not moved any of the stitch markers since the last time I recorded. I know that for a fact, so this may be exactly what you saw, or most likely it's more though. So I decided I'm going to keep it at 6 colors instead of going up to the full 7, because this thing is already taller than I am, or thereabouts. So I'm like 5'1", so we're just going to leave it at that. So last point you had seen, it was where this pink stitch marker was. That was the last place that I was. And I finished the lace. I finished the color melting, and now I'm just on the solid. Yeah, so that's all I have left to do for that. So here it is, in as full of an extension as I can show it. And that's how it is so far. I don't know if I will get this thing finished next week. We will have to see. But last time I made a promise to myself, I actually did pretty good with it. Well, kinda. I'll let you see. You'll see it in a moment. My next work in progress is my socks. Hold on. So I already finished one, and I'm working on the second. And I'm telling you, sitting down through a Knitters Guild meeting will make you work so hard. Let me take this out of this. Okay. So at last check, when I think I first showed it, when I last showed it to you guys, it's probably about there. I forgot to put a stitch marker in, but now I finished the heel and I'm starting on the foot. I only got 2 rows on the foot, I think, is about as far as I've made it. So there's a reason why this is not done. My other project was what took up majority of my time, but look at the progress that's being made. It's like halfway done. So I'm using a size 0 DPNs. These are it would help if I could remember these things. I can't remember what they're called, but they're size 0 DPNs. And yeah, the yarn is from Colorworks in Burlington that I have never found again. And the contrasting color is a yarn that I dyed myself in a lovely teal color. I don't know if you can really see that's what it looks like. Yeah. So halfway done with that, so that these socks are like 3/4 of the way done. I've already determined I'm going to be giving them to one of my friends. I actually took out a pair of socks from my box of socks from last year that I did not wear, and I gifted them to her. I sewed the ends in and I gave it to her today. She's very happy to have it. So that's it for that. I did not start on my second sock of my, was it Spock socks or Tiberius socks? Of the Tiberius socks. I did not start the second sock. I have everything set up to go, but I just haven't done it. I guess because I'm making such progress on these ones and I'm already at the heel, I figure, let me just finish off this sock so that I don't have to worry about the teal color anymore, and then I'll be able to just start on this one and just go and not have to worry about having to stop and take out needles and all of that kind of stuff for the teal colored yarn that I have inside there. So my final project that I want to show you is a finished object. I'm waiting for you guys to see if you can guess what it is. Well, yeah, I'll make it easy for you. I finished this last week. No, not last week, sorry, a couple days ago. I played Yarn Chicken and I lost. But luckily for me, I had something that could work with it. So I guess this is kind of a hint. This actually replaced one of the colors in it, and yeah, I had enough still left over. Let's see. Do I have anything else I can use as a hint? No, it's already put away in the box, so forget it. I put it in, the extra color was put inside this box here. I'm not going to take it out now, but it's not blocked. But guess what it is? It is done once I pull it out properly. Ta-da! My Doodler shawl is finished. So, this is the Doodler shawl by Stephen West. It was his mystery knit along, I think, for 2016. Yeah, because 2017 was the one that I did. This was for 2016. So my 2017 is right here. That's still waiting to be blocked and to be given to my friend, and then Neil just fell to the ground. Not going to stress myself out over it. So, Christie Glassness was having a knit along. It was like a Sunday, like according to the imposed rules, was we were supposed to knit, pretty much work on this every Sunday, and I did. I started maybe about the second week of January. I cast it on, and I worked every Sunday, and then I think it was this Sunday that just passed, I decided, since the next day was a holiday and I'd only gone to work on it like a little bit, I said, okay, you know what, Monday's holiday, let me sit down there and do it. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. So I had cast it on, and yeah, so this Sunday that just passed, since I'm like, Monday's a holiday, let me work on it. So I worked on it on Monday. And I'm like, I'm so close to the end. Let me work on it some more on Tuesday. Worked on it more on Tuesday, worked on it more on Wednesday, finished it off on Thursday, and I was so excited. So, the starting point for the shawl is this little corner here. This area here, up here where my finger is. So, I started that. All the yarns I used are yarns that I've dyed myself. So, I'll show you what had happened. So, this gray part with the pink striping, this is all section 1 for it, right? Right, and then the top part is a cable section, section 2. I was okay. You just use the same colors that you use for the stripes is what you're going to use up here. That went fine. Color section 3 is this huge swatch of orange, and as you can clearly tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's supposed to be orange all the way down to the pink, and the pink is where you're supposed to like pretty much just do a few rows and then bind off. And yeah, I ran out of this color. I thought they give you the option that you can do 3 repeats or you can do 4. I'm thinking, oh, I got a ton of yarn. This is good. So I went and I did it. And then I realized as I looked at the yarn that I had remaining, I'm like, I don't have enough to continue. I don't have enough to finish this. So So, and I didn't have enough. I couldn't use this color because that was what was going to be finishing it off. And then I don't know what happened to the last bit of my grayish yarn. It went somewhere, and I have no clue where it went. So, luckily for me, I had a little bit of, where is it? I have a little bit of, did I throw it back in here? I have a little bit of, this is Malabrigo. Is it Malabrigo? I got it from a yarn shop when I went yarn shop hopping with the ladies from my knitting circle on Tuesdays. And I picked up this. It's gray with like flecks of like pastel flecks of like green and pink and blue. I can't remember the name of the color of it, but I did make a pair of mittens out of this yarn. And I think honestly, it's similar enough. You wouldn't really know unless you're looking for it that they're that different. The only problem is that for this one, the colors stand out more. With this one, they're overwash. That's the difference that I can pretty much see. And maybe the gray is a bit darker on mine, right? But I love the way that it turned out. So I finished it off with the gray. Yeah, you'll see a whole bunch of hanging ends, but that's okay. So I did my last few repeats with the gray to finish off the fourth repeat. And then afterwards, I did the bind off in the pink, like you're supposed to, which was the color for section 2. And then I decided I'm going to be brave and bold, and I'm going to do a picot bind off. Picots take forever, but I finished them all. I did every single one of them. Hold on. To get the full appreciation, you must see the amount of work I put into it. So that means I got to show off every single one of them. Okay, so ends still need to be woven in, so keep that in mind. So picot, 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 and it's just getting longer, right? Picot, picot, picot. You can't even see this one now. Hold on. Picot, picot, and last picot. So I finished it on Thursday night. It was probably about like 10 minutes or 5 minutes after my Thursday knitting circle was over. And some people had come up. They were at a meeting downstairs. And I guess they have never been really paid attention to our library and as to what goes on inside there. And they were actually very surprised. And they love my shawl. They also looked at my Find Your Fate and they thought that was beautiful. They asked to see my socks, but I was not wearing any hand knit socks. So I don't know. So that means we could probably have some more membership, because right now we're pretty much down to 3 and a librarian who comes in occasionally. It is what it is. So that's for my Thursday knitting circle. So I gotta block it. I don't know what's gonna happen to it. For all I know, this could end up going the same way as one of my other shawls that currently sits on the back of my chair and doesn't really do anything like that. But it does. This one definitely needs to be blocked. So have I decided how this thing is supposed to be worn? No. Will I probably wear it? If I keep this one for myself, I'll probably wear it like, around my neck, keep me warm type of thing, middle of winter, as I sit down there and choke on yarn. I don't know. I haven't quite decided how this thing will work, but actually this works out quite nice. I feel like I need to go get a picot for winter. So this is my final project. I probably should update my Ravelry. I'm not even certain if I even put it on there. But that is it for all of my works in progress. I have haven't dyed anything, haven't cast on anything new. I don't feel the urge to cast on anything new. I feel the urge to finish projects right now, and I'm going to take that feeling and I'll run with it. Oh yeah, I said I had given away a pair of socks. It was, I don't know if anybody remembers it. I'll try and put a picture maybe around here. But it was a yarn that I dyed like this one. I had done a self-striping version and I had done a speckled one and a variegated one. This is the variegated one that she had, that I gave to her. So she was very, very happy to get it. She put it on her feet. She's like, yay, I've got hand knit socks. I'm like, yeah, it's also like practically summer outside, so you probably won't be able to wear that for quite some time. But she was very happy with that. So I think I could actually probably make another pair of socks out of the amount of that's here. We'll have to see. So that is everything. I think the other video was a few minutes, not that long, so both of them together should be more than enough. Alright, it was nice talking to you. Hope to see you again and have a conversation with you again next time. So that's it from now from Ramona in Toronto. Bye.